coming to study a degree that involves the natural environment, we've got Snowdonia on the doorstep, and it made no sense to go anywhere else. It was so easy, so accessible for us to get out and go into the field, and that's something that was really clear from coming to speak to people at the university, that they made the best of the facilities, and we could go down the road for 20 minutes, be in Snowdonia and study there rather than just in a classroom. Yeah, I think with some of the modules, because we have some across schools, I was a bit wary at the beginning about what it would be like working with different schools as well as our own, because you get to know your own lecturers, but when you're working in other schools it's a bit different, and I found that that was just totally not what I expected. The ocean sciences lecturers that we work with treat us exactly the same as they would anybody else, and we got the same kind of open door policy that we get from our own lecturers, and likewise with the School of Chemistry. So I think it's difficult to choose any modules that really stand out, because they make really good use of us having practical work in the laboratory and field work and lectures. But I think the best one has to really, if I had to choose one, it would have to be the field work that we did in Tenerife in the third year. So we went out there for a week, and it covered all sorts of different courses in our school and things that I would never have said I was interested in forestry, but it was really interesting. There wasn't one part of the week that wasn't interesting to me, even if it was outside of my degree. And the lecturers were really good at helping us to then build a final project for the end of the week, and we did our own experimental project out there, which was a brilliant experience to have, to help us then be able to take that on to work afterwards. I started as a course rep in the first year, and I think it was something that was actually said to me at an open day by one of the students, that actually they like mature students as course reps because they tend to be able to speak to people a bit more. And I think one of the things that I'd done in my work background was always having to make sure that everybody was represented, and so for me I thought it was important for me to do that, and it's something that I've done. I've been a course rep for 4 years. I've represented Welsh language students in my school, but also my own course for 2 of those years, and it's been great. It's been fantastic to get to know how things work in the university, and working so closely with the student union has made it easier for me to know who to go to if we've got queries, and it's made us, I think the way that we work with our school has made it really easy for us to then show students how important student voice is within the university. I came to a general open day to find out more about the university, because obviously as I was a mature student and had a family, I needed to get as much advice as possible about finance and the situation as it would be for me coming as a mature student. But then I also went to my school and spoke to the people there, and it was really welcoming. But I also then came to the UCAS applicant days once I'd received an offer, because I applied for 2 different schools, so I wanted to see more specifically what it was like, and it really helped me make my mind up and decide where I wanted to be. And I think it was really useful to get to speak to students who were studying the same kind of courses as I was looking at as well. I think it was one of the things that I didn't do when I first started. I think as a mature student I sort of avoided that, and then my second year I became more involved in the Geographical Society, and then in the third year as well, and then for my 4th year I actually held 2 committee positions on the Geographical Society and with the Horticultural and Organic Growing Society, which has been really good. And I think because I stayed on to do a 4-year degree, a lot of the people that I started with were graduating that year, so it helped me to make friends in other years as well, so it was really valuable. I was awarded the Excellence Award for the College of Natural Sciences for the BEA this year, which was really surprising. I didn't expect that, but for me, because I came from a work background already, I was really conscious when I came to university I was taking a massive step away, so I wanted to try and make sure that I made use of the BEA to recognise that I still had those skills that I had, and that I carried on with those when I went back, that I'd been using in work before. So it was one of the things I was really conscious of when I first started, and I was also lucky to have an internship between my 2nd and 3rd year, which was working on the university's research farm, and it was great because I got to work out in the field and in the lab and apply some of the things that I'd learned in my degree, and worked really closely with my course director on that project. But I also got to work alongside other PhD and postdoc students, so I got a wealth of knowledge from all sorts of different people, and also built my own work network. So I think that was something that I knew I needed to do, that I was used to doing, I think, in work beforehand, and I wanted to make sure I carry on doing that, and it was really valuable in helping me know where I wanted to go afterwards. Because I'd worked in finance for 20 years before I came back to uni, I knew I had all those skills, but it's helped me, I think, realise how I can transfer those skills into the kind of employability skills, and how to put that information forward to a new employer. We also had a work placement module in our 4th year, and that was really good because we had input from some of the BEA sessions were delivered to us for career sessions, so that helped us to put together everything that we needed to do to apply for a job, to look for placements, to sit through interviews, and to actually carry out and evaluate our placements afterwards. Currently, I'm looking to see about PhD projects. I'm actually starting to work with the Students' Union over the summer, so I'm also been talking with some of the lecturers about PhD, and I think the internship really made me realise that I really enjoyed the aspect of being able to do research, but also how important it was for me to be able to have field work and lab work in that type of research as well.